Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to Rogue Legacy 2. We are playing as Lady Kimberly the 14th, who is a duelist with no negative traits in the Prismatic Spectrum spell. We are practicing for the full clear, and in order to do that, I'm starting a brand new castle today on New Game Plus 8. This is the difficulty we've been playing on, but I'm challenging myself to kill 2 bosses in one go. And how I'm kind of setting this up is if I see the Dry Lake first, I'll go to the Dry Lake. If I see the Stygian study first, I'll go to the Stygian study. If I see Axis Mundi, we'll head over to Axis Mundi. Started things off strong, taking damage from a skeleton. Easy hop over those arrows allows us to push into the room. And we already made back all of that HP that we lost. Armor Shredder at the top of the room luckily goes down pretty quickly. Let's just cast our Prismatic spell down here. That's really good. That's really good. I might be able to get some dash damage through the wall, especially now that they're both grouped up. That's going to be super simple to slice down. Let's head up here first. We are going to find a treasure room greeting us. Okay. Easy. So you may be wondering, if you saw the last episode, we kind of died, I would say maybe 15 minutes into the run or something, and we didn't do any more runs. So what happens if I die 3 minutes into this? Well, that's the end of the video. This is training for the full clear. If we were sitting for our live stream and we die 3 minutes in, well, that's the end of our full clear. Even though that would be super disappointing and suck, that's how life goes. Sometimes you don't make it where you want to go. However, what we are going to do is... Oh, ouch. If I do kill the 2 bosses I'm after today, whoever I run into first, we'll keep the marathon going, and hopefully I can consecutively combo down bosses while we are preparing. I am on vacation this week. I hope you guys are enjoying the content that's releasing while I'm gone. The funny thing always happens where I end up releasing more stuff when I'm away than when I'm actually home. It's usually because when I'm home, I'm streaming more and stuff, but I always thought that was kind of funny. If we look at this room, we are being greeted by a crossbow right at the start. Another one on the far side. We actually immunity framed through his arrow, but I didn't see the dagger coming down from above. That food heals us back up to full. Last episode, we really upped the... Oh my god! We really upped the amount of strength that we have in our castle yet again. Wow, these dashes are so smooth today. Holy shit. I don't think I can one-shot Axe Boy here, but we can bounce off his resonating. See, I'm really making sure I enunciate that word. Someone in the comments was saying I put a G in there somewhere. The resonating axe that he was throwing around. Let's go ahead and grab the chest. Inside we find the vault room. Hey, another double jump. Might actually help keep us alive quite well. If you didn't know, in Rogue Legacy, if you do the dash animation, it gives a lot of classes guaranteed critical hits on that animation, which is one of the reasons we've just been bodying most enemies that we walk into. Throughout our entire profile life, I don't know why it's not killing the roots in front of me, though. Isn't that kind of strange? Throughout our entire account life, we have been putting points into dexterity, maxing it every opportunity we get, and this is kind of the result. We do some chunky-ass damage. It's actually really good. If we go up north, we see a dagger to our left, followed by a couple of eyeballs. We can take those down pretty quickly. Stand on those spikes just to show them how little we actually care, and take down the knight on the far side. We are gaining a lot of elevation by doing this. It is... Whoa! It is... Whoa! Armor shred! Fuck that! It is very likely that we are going to find the Stygian study, but you never really know with this game, to be honest with you. False wall breaks, and we find a chest up above, bringing our total for this run up to 74,000. I have done a little bit of farming off screen, but nothing too crazy, actually. Our progression is more or less in the same spot it was before. Dagger on the far side. We dash over and take him down. We have a fire mage underneath us as well, but unfortunately for him, he's never going to be able to cast anything. Axe thrower guarding the door yet again. So it seems like I'm having trouble dealing with axe throwers. Oh, this one can change types. Okay, there we go. Nice double kill, though. They've done the most damage to me so far. So you need to make sure we're treating those guys with respect. I'm just trying to feel out what the difficulties of the full clear are actually going to be. Obviously, the Dry Lake is always hard. But I feel like I do pretty well with most other zones. Sun Tower being another one that's really, really difficult. With the augments that we have, with the burdens that we have, we could encounter like any enemy anywhere. It's not biome specific anymore, so hold on. Whoop! Wow, that was some tight quarters jumping right there. That was pretty good. Ouch. Forgot to attack. All that damage was just reflect damage. Let's prismatic the mast. That is going to make it teleport around, which is kind of scary, but we have our combat roll to avoid that damage if we need to. One thing we might want to do before the full clear as well is focus on some of our underleveled classes, because that is going to give us bonuses across the board. Okay, good. Just barely had enough room in that window to deal that damage. Let's jump up and use a spell here. Unfortunately out of mana. Even though that mage had armor shredding capabilities, he couldn't touch me. This is a tall room, right? Is there a crack in the wall somewhere? I'm not seeing anything. Kind of odd. A lot of headroom in here, huh? Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay. Won't dwell on that too long. If we keep moving east, there is a path that we haven't uncovered just yet. Oh, yeah. I believe this is the environmental effect for this biome. Which really, if you just take your time and slow down a little bit, isn't that hard to avoid. Eyeball gets a dagger to the nose. Do eyeballs have noses? I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Oh, God. Oh, God. These big elites are what I like to call run-enders. Even if he doesn't kill me, if a single one of those projectiles hit, if a single one of those seekers or fireballs or anything that guy was throwing out hit, that would have been like 700, 800 damage missing all of a sudden. Decent dash damage there. One of the nice things about our rune setup as well is we do have multiple dashes, so I can like combo bunny hop off of enemies. Hey, it looks like we're going to the study today. That wasn't intentional, but I always like being in the study. There are too many bosses here, just like the dry lake from before. This zone is significantly easier than the dry lake. So I actually think today's duo boss might be feasible. The environmental effects, here's that wall of goop that travels through an area. All we have to do is dash through that. Super duper easy to manage. Went face first into that mage. Hopefully he didn't mind too much. We also see some fireballs coming down from above. Not sure if it's a mage sending them or some kind of an elite. Looks like it was a mage. Be careful when you see piles of stuff in the middle of the room. If you break too many of them, you may not be able... Oh my God. Oh, you may not be able to get the reward at the top. What the fuck was that? Dash through. We'll try to get to the middle. Of course. Of course, there's also scrolls dealing big-ass AoE damage up there, too. See, it's good that we're getting this kind of practice in. I feel like this room could also be an end runner if you're on a marathon, but we handled that pretty smoothly. Lose no health is the challenge. All we have to do is dash and then jump the whole way down. Very easy. Inside the chest at the end, we get a capacity rune. Beautiful. Give me those red tears. Fill me up. Dropping down, we see a mage protecting the rest of the room from damage and a few fireball traps, making movement a little more complicated. That chicken from the chicken gods will heal me up quite nicely, though, and we can leave the room before the environmental effect even gets close. Nice. Only place to go is to the right. This is an interesting... you guys have a very interesting wood floor here. It's nice, though. I've never seen anything quite like it. Wait, these don't come back. What if I... Oh, God, okay. Don't mess around in there. Otherwise, we will literally never have a way to get back to the other side. That's actually kind of hilarious. We have found the study of the Stygian study. This area guaranteed to have a relic on the right and healing on the left. Critical damage from spells and weapons increased by 20%. Massive buff. However, if this was the marathon, I likely would have taken the other relic because it makes food drops more common. So if you're killing enemy after enemy after enemy, that'll be likely more beneficial. Okay. Reset that, move up with our spell. Had to focus up for a second. I think we're totally fine now. I was very lucky that the enemy that was giving them that damage immunity was also the squishiest enemy in the room. I think it was just a regular dagger who rolled that affix. So we were able to actually burst that down. That could have been a run ender. That room could have been the end. Yet another odd room. No cracks in the floor, no cracks in the walls. Beautiful dodge on those arrows. Didn't think I was actually going to be able to get out of the way. Kind of surprised how tanky those paintings are, actually, considering we've been one-shotting most things with the dash up until this point. So I would say we're probably a little over halfway through the run, assuming we can find the bosses a-okay. That ice is a little problematic, but not as much as these seekers. Luckily, our roll does give us a little bit of wiggle room. We're going to have to dash to the left and then confront the ice mages. Luckily, their spell seems to have been on cooldown right there. Moving to the right, we find the secret room. This can be a great place to find food, but we don't need any. 3,000 damage on that. So I just want to be, just in case there's any new players watching us and wondering how I'm doing so much damage so quickly. I take for granted the fact that we are hundreds of episodes into our Rogue Legacy journey, and maybe not everyone here has as good of a grasp of the game as people who have been here since episode 1. So if we're dashing and we attack, guaranteed critical hit, right? And the duelist already gets guaranteed critical hits if he uses his combat roll. But where the tricky part is when you cancel that dash, because if you continue moving, like, you could swing and that just doesn't stop everything. You have to basically consciously choose, I'm going to let go of the dash right now, or beautiful. What I like to do a lot is just jump back in the opposite direction. So try to time it so the impact is there, and then we just skip on back to where we were before. It allows us to do a lot of damage with classes that, like, if a duelist can't crit, they kind of fall apart. That's where a lot of their power comes from. We're going to roll through that with our immunity frame, try to get into the room, take down the bunny almost instantly. We have a mace laying down suppressive fire with seekers coming from every direction and a rabbit underneath us as well. This mage is going to take a few hits before we can get through the shield, and, oh god. Well, luckily he's not an armor shredder. I'm going to go ahead and cast my spell here, hopefully finishing him off and grabbing the chest underneath. And that chest brings us up to 291,000 gold. A really nice amount for this, for this run. Didn't know this guy was on the left. We just found some pizza. That'll cure all of our health problems instantly. Quick dash through that means we're going to be just fine. There's a lot of branching paths here. The challenge. Got to do the challenge. We have to. This one looks like it's going to be an ad challenge, which is the easiest kind, I think. The mini bosses aren't particularly hard in these that I've found, but rooms like this allow you to usually come out a lot healthier than when you went in because of the healing that we get for killing each and every enemy. Whoa, there is a lot of stuff overlapping all of a sudden, though. That doesn't matter. We're still healing for more damage than what the trap is doing, but this guy just hit me for 300. That's a substantial amount. Areas like this used to... Oh, God. Areas like this used to teleport you around and relocate you quite a bit, but now we just get new waves of enemies constantly. Good AoE in the middle of the room, kills off most enemies, and it looks like that was the final wave. Let's collect our prize. It is an empathy for one of the challenges, as well as a bunch of upgrade materials. We really do need to start spending that soon. Hey, what do you know? Defeated enemies have an 8% chance of dropping health. Increases your total mana pool by 50. No, I think that's great. In between episodes, or while we were on break, one thing I did invest in is the rerolls. So if we are in a situation like this where we're trying to chain large amounts of the castle together back to back to back, if we get into a relic room and I just don't like what I see, we do have the option of rerolling it for basically free because we have so many rerolls. I doubt we would even use that many rerolls in a run, to be honest with you. I am going to try to look into getting even more resolved because I think stacking up bonuses is probably going to be the most fun part of the full clear. We got to double back to get that money there. Dashing through on the right. Just make sure we don't stand still too long, and we should be fine. Literally didn't even see that red mage when I moved in. Blended in so well. Active camouflage, my dude. Wow. Dash on in. He dropped a little food from us. Perfect. Easy dodges. So look at that. 3 normal swings to kill a mage who I think I over level. Whereas it's just a single crit. A lot of stuff going on in this room. Didn't mean to actually reset it, but here we are. Cannot believe I dodged through the middle of that. That was pure luck. I can't take any credit for that. This guy is immune to damage for the first few hits, if we get lucky. Oh, well, never mind. Maybe I don't do any knockback damage. I was hoping I could just push him into the spikes and be done with it. 2 skeletal casters on the left. We move in and take them down, no problem at all. 2 chests located up top. Looks like this is going to be fairly well protected. Ugh, ice mages all in the area. We have a bunny underneath us casting poison, but we do manage to move in and take that guy down. That food healing is back up to full as well. We're not looking too bad. Part of the full clear means I do have to clear every room as well. Normally, well, lately anyway, I've been a little more picky-choosy with the challenges that I take on. That is not going to be the case on the full clear. If there's an obstacle in front of us, we have to clear it. Luckily for me, we're reflecting a lot of damage back, and then our chicken relic is healing us up quite well. We got a bit of a beating in this room, though. They weren't very nice to me. Moving down to the left, 2 crossbows standing at the door. The chest to our right is a mimic. I thought I was ready for it. Look how fast it was just yo-yoing back and forth. Wait, that's another mimic there. We might be able to hit this one through the wall. Looks like he was just a little too far away. Goodness gracious. What is this layout today? Didn't mean to leave that gold there. Wow, that was chicken from a box, too. We are being healed so much. Can't finish him. My God, he has a big health pool. One thing I might do before the run as well is you guys have been recommending that I equip even more magnet runes. And they're super cheap. Like, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. But the magnet runes would make it so we just spend less time looting, less time actually... Pizza! What? I've never been healed this much. Just make it so we, you know... It takes even less brain power than it already does. We're going to try to stay back and just single attack those seekers down as they spawn. Chicken on the left. Yeah, sure. It looks like this does have some diminishing returns. Level 1 was 10%. Level 2 is only 16%. So I don't think it's possible to get... Well, I don't think it's possible with the amount of resolve we have. But I don't think it's possible to get like a fucking 50% drop chance or something. But 16 is actually really good, especially considering most enemies don't hit me in a room. We don't need healing off of every enemy. He says he takes damage off of every enemy in this room. Nice. We could just move in and avoid that seeker that way. I think there was a scar up here, right? Yes, right here. If anyone needs it. Let's get in the fight, though. I made a discovery when I was doing the challenge for one of these. And that is if you stand right here, look at that, they miss. That's I played through this game so many times without ever knowing that. It makes it so much easier. That means there's literally 2 moves you have to look out for, and the third you can just avoid. The jump is one, obviously. Oh, seekers are another one. Maybe 4 moves. Bro, I don't think I've ever done this without taking damage. I'm trying specifically not to do anything that would put me in harm's way. No crit fishing. We're not dashing there. Just quick stabs. Get it done. Just quick stabs. Boss is taken down. This is one of the 2 mini bosses we need to get into the area. This one normally located on the left side of the Stygian study. The other mini boss usually located on the right side, kind of towards the bottom in the Stygian study. However, if we take a look at the map, I don't think... No, there's no room for it. In fact, our entire Stygian study has moved to the right. Very odd layout today. Yay! Wow, they were so close together. Look at that. They were almost touching. Well, perfect. If we made it through that one without taking damage, that means we could take a lot of damage on this one, right? I think this one's actually harder. Believe it or not. All right, we'll grab that money. The real challenge doesn't actually start until you get through this teleporter. Now that we're doing this, stuff is a lot scarier. So there's going to be 3 different types of walls moving towards us. 2 of them are resonating. The other 2, or the other one, we just have to dash through. And of course, we didn't make it through without taking damage, but that's fine. The resonators are a bit harder to deal with, especially in situations like this where you're trying to make progress and they're blocking you the entire way. But we could fall down to the ground here and be fine. Dash through this one, grab that chest, and then fall back down. Kind of just waiting for our opening right now, and this is it. Perfect. All right, now the hard part's done. Kill the boss. Just poke him. No drama at all. I mean, I really didn't even have to dodge that because we're a duelist. Just roll right through it. Hey, can you drop some food for me? There's a 16% chance you can. Not today. Okay. Now, I have seen variations with layout for where the mini bosses are before. This isn't the first time it's been a little weird. But one thing that is always consistent is that the boss is at the top. Oh, you throw 2, huh? Well, you caught me. You caught me off guard. One thing to keep in mind, too, for when we start actually doing full clear attempts is that we can use bosses to strategically heal us as well. So there might be an instance where I clear out to the top of the study early on in a run, like kind of, oh my God, what is happening? Where I clear to the top of the study early on, like what we're doing right now, but then we don't actually kill the boss and we just teleport out and save it for later. I could see that being a very valuable strategy. Someone recently left a comment saying that what they liked to do when they were doing full clears was kill all of the minions, clear the whole castle, and then go back and basically do a boss rush at the end. And I think that sounds like a pretty fun idea as well. So here we go. Estuary Enoch Prime. Do we have what it takes to take him down? I think we do. As those close in, we just dash forward. Big damage with some slices as we move in. Oh God. Almost had the dash out there, not quite. We need to... That was terrible. That was really bad. Oh my God. Oh my God. Good thing I'm a duelist. I wouldn't have been able to get out of there otherwise. Let's make the scroll on the right, Matt, and just kind of hang out here for a... Whoop, nope. Chilling. Chilling. Boys. Easy. 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 Oh. We're fine. Nice and nice and slow. Really bad again. Shit. I might be able to kill him through it though and push phase. Nice. I'm surprised the Seekers and the shit stays in the middle even though the boss is dead. Kind of thought those would despawn. Okay, and what was the trick for this? We need to stay low during this travel phase, right? So here, let him jump above us, where before we used to jump above him. Nice. Yeah, it's so easy when you break it down like that. Okay, as he dashes forward, we are going to need to bounce on his head yet again. Once these poison coins fade, it looks like phase 1 is repeated. Small little bunny hops. Get some damage in when I can. Don't try to force anything. This is definitely the hardest part, so it's okay that we spend some extra time on it. Totally okay. The explosive flasks are ending. Oh, a little too close there. So that's what? 400 damage from anything that hits me on this fight. That's actually not... Whoa, sorry. Fat fingered the map while I was moving my joystick. I think that might be the definition of fat fingered. Those things shouldn't be that close, right? Oh, okay. I am gonna need to... Okay, we can hang out in the corner. If that's casks, we won. Nice. That's actually looking pretty smooth. There's still room to improve. Let's not forget that. I don't necessarily want to be leaving a boss with this little HP, but we do find some more of that Dragon Soul currency on the ground. That's weird. That's weird. See the Stygian study first. All right, well, let's teleport back down to the normal castle. If we can clear through the study, we can definitely clear through this, and let's see if we can find that boss of ours. Now, this is the real question. Take 1,000 damage? Yeah, probably. That means we could take 2 hits from stuff right now. Never mind, we're fine. Never mind, we're already healing. I am not going to do the dry lake. I mentioned I was going to go wherever the castle took me, but that only pertained to the first area. My goal for this part is to kill off... Oh, shit. Kill off the first estuary. This run got really intense for me all of a sudden. Clearing the study was fine. It's like once, you know, if we die on the way up, then whatever, we die on the way up, but... Nice pickup. Wasn't expecting the roots to respawn, and also, the boss has to be to the right. Alright, let's climb up. Oh, relic room! This one's really good. But for what we're doing, we actually don't need any AoE damage, and that's a little too much resolve for me, actually. Health drops restore an additional 8% of your maximum health. Oh, I see. I saw this wrong before. I was mistaken before. We had this first and not the buffet that we have now. This one's really good and only takes 20 resolve, so that'll actually be perfect. Fantastic. Every 6th hit's going to deal additional damage. I've somehow not managed to find the boss, but I found the entrance to Axis Mundi over here, so that's something. I guess I'll buy the teleporters for this and the dry lake while I'm poking around. Another relic room increases mana pool and spin kick damage. Not really interested in either of those. Deal 12% more damage while on the ground. And we could time that with the extra damage from the 6th hit. Okay, dash through. So 5. Okay, so it happens on the 6th. Okay. We might be able to deal some pretty impressive damage. Like, let him do his thing. 3,700! That's excellent! Oh, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Probably should have jumped there. Now, will I remember to actually do that 6-hit shit during the boss? I don't know. It'd probably be good if I did. It's probably something I should try to work on, probably. What the fuck? 1,400 damage from that elite. All of a sudden, I'm feeling pretty squishy. Holy crap. Where's the boss? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Now, the real question is, do the hits tally? Where am I supposed to look? Top, maybe? Do the hits tally as I spin? Or do I lock in the damage increase for the whole time? Oh, they just go as I spin, I see. I legitimately don't know where the boss can be. It has to be underneath this. It has to be here. There's nowhere else for it to fit. I gotta be honest, I think my other weapon was a lot better. But hey, I can avoid Seekers passively now. That's something, right? I never have to stop for that. It's kind of exciting. Don't you bring that to me. Whoa. Man, I am dodging really well today, actually. Finally! Bro, that's so bizarre that I had to go underneath the dry lake entrance to find this. So crazy. All right, well, with that, we are healed up to full, and I have a pretty good feeling that I'm going to be able to kill this boss today. As he dashes by, these resonators are kind of an issue. Let's try to just get in close here. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, our damage is low. Oh, and I took double from the... Okay, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not ready for this. Maybe I'm way too cocky. Let's make sure we're casting our spell at least. I think the stationary part of this has ruined me. I'm not gonna die here. I'm not gonna die here. No way I die here, dude. No way I die here, dude. Go. Back in. Out. Stay out. Stay out. Back in. Okay, we're about to have a lot of Seekers coming for us. Are you fucking kidding me with these fireballs? Ah! Okay, I can finally land. Kind of. I have to stay over here. Back in, back in. We're fine. Dash. Wow, that's not a lot of room there, is it? How did I have like one of the smoothest castle runs I've ever seen? Ah! Into this! Oh, this is bad. Oh my god. Oh, that's bad. Okay, we're fine. No, good damage, good damage, good damage. Perfect! Get these out of the way. I gotta run, I gotta run. Perfect. Very bad. Ah! Dash through. I got him, I got him, I got him, I got him, go! Woo! Woo! Okay. Got a little spicy there at the end. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, I felt really confident about my weapon change. Maybe I shouldn't have felt that way. And this is why I think the full clear is going to be so fun. I think it's going to be full of drama. Full of drama! All right, team, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And we're going to retire our hero right here. Next time going into the plateau and Axis Mundi, hopefully. Whoa! Wow, look at that. Wow. That might be the best pirate I've ever seen. Standing right next to a ballistic archer? With combat roll? And fireball? Oh my god! Yes! Give it here! I want it! I've never had much luck with ballistic archers, funny enough, but maybe that'll change today. So I did throw some points into increasing the healing from health drops. I think that's one of the reasons that that run went so well. These are super cheap, though. If we wanted 5 upgrades, that's just 100,000. So we could max that off. 5 upgrades here would be 180,000. Sure, go all in. All right, all of our money went into that. That does increase our spell damage by a lot. We've really been sleeping on this for quite a while. But that also means when we get those health drops, they're really going to heal. Next episode's coming out very soon, guys. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see it. And I'll see you guys again soon.